What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but Finner really does know best.
Hi, I'm Eric Johnston with Oconnor, and we're here at NAB 2010, and we've got a couple new products from Oconnor that we're showing this year. These are the first two products from our professional camera accessory line. This is the CFF1 follow focus unit. It has the greatest bridge to optical center clearance of any commercially available studio follow focus unit. This is useful for very large barrel diameter lenses and will actually accommodate a lens barrel diameter up to 182 millimeters. Now, there are a lot of hand grip solutions out in the world today, but nothing that really mimics what we've created here. This is the first bridge that incorporates all three rod standards into a single unit. These grips are steplessly adjustable in a half sphere rotational direction and can be tightened with the single turn of the hand wheel.
Decimator has come out with the Decimator 2. Digital, loop, composite, HDMI, left and right audio outputs, and a USB port. Introduced in December is the MD Quad. The predecessor is the Decimator Quad. Both units take 4 digital inputs. You can have any frequency input, and it'll display on an output quad. Decimator is introduced this week at NAB. The MD RDA is a reclocking distribution amplifier for digital signals. Simply put, it's one input, 6 identical copies on the output. It is a reclocker, so if you do have signals that have jitter on them, it'll clean that up and give you 6 clean copies.
One of the things that I wanted to showcase at this particular show with the Quasar is the actual rig configuration that we're going to be using for the World Cup Finals this year in South Africa. What we have here is the broadcast format of the Quasar. It is virtually identical to everything that you can see with the cinema version, except that we have actually removed the struts that typically hold it up, and we've actually flipped the rig itself over, so now we can have a under and through configuration. What this does is it puts it into a more common format that an operator would use in any kind of a sports broadcast setting. We have 18 rigs that are going to be there. Roughly half of them are going to be this configuration, half will be in a side-by-side. Everything for communications to the rig, and also all rig controls, including interocular and convergence, is all actually sent through tactical fiber.
V3D, which is a parallax scanning lens. It takes the place of the iris, and what actually happens, the iris moves off the center of the lens in 360-degree circle, gathering multiple viewpoints. And doing that, we're giving you more parallax information, vertical and horizontal parallax information that gives you more clarity and depth in the image. You can use it in a 3D environment and a 2D environment as well. It's totally unique in the 3D environment, and it enhances the background of images. You can use smaller interocular distances and gives you a much more realistic 3D image than any other technology in the market today.
Hi everybody, Ted from Red here. This is going out to the guys that are watching Finner Knows Best. I'm actually sitting in the staircase outside of our Red user event that is packed to the gills and a little too loud to do any shooting, so we sneak out here, and this is as comfortable a place for me as anywhere else, sitting on the stairs talking about Red. What I have in my hand is a Epic camera, a 5K motion picture and still hybrid camera that we are showing working at the Red User event just on the other side of this wall. We've been screening footage, including a shot from this camera, and screening footage from the sensor in this camera that's living in the Red 1 cameras called the Mysterium X or MX camera that has remarkable dynamic range. We're looking at over 13 stops of latitude of dynamic range that is really proving that the prowess of this camera is pretty unbelievable. And we were screening some footage from David Fincher and from Steven Soderbergh from their recent projects that are shooting on these Red MX sensors, as well as commercial projects and music video pieces and promos from all over the world that are working on Red these days, shooting movies and TV shows, you name it. In this little powerhouse here, what's really interesting about this is a full working configuration of a Red Red Epic. You don't need anything else to go out and shoot. I don't need a bunch more stuff. Now I can add a bunch of stuff because the beauty of this is it's modular, right? So this is our Red Mote, which allows us to control the camera completely wirelessly. And we can set all the project settings, we can view a histogram, we can review takes and play them out to Video Village, all without ever having to get to the camera or near the camera. So that's that. This is the 17-50 zoom lens, which will be shipping soon. It's small, compact, super high-end optics, and the mechanics are of the same caliber as our Red Pro Primes that have become very popular all over the world for now shooting cinema. So that's coming soon. In this configuration, I could load media here into the compact flash card, compact flash slot, and we're getting to a stage where we're getting ready to release 64 gig compact flash card media. Battery goes in the grip here, right in the front here. This is our small little 2-inch LCD. There are multiple sizes. There's a 5-inch or a 9-inch that you could use. There's a whole bunch of different options and ways you can configure this thing. And that's what I've been showing off all week. We've also been talking about the real critical importance of using a high-resolution tool for professional image creation. Now what you're shooting with there is a digital SLR, and you're shooting in its video mode, and this is what you're doing right now is an absolutely appropriate use for an HD web movie, which is what that camera shoots, and that's terrific. It is, in our opinion, not even close to appropriate for actual professional cinematography. You want to use something that is resolving 5K, which gives us 4K, it's shooting 5K, which of course is resolving 4K images that are true professional cinema images, right? So sort of two worlds there, and they both have appropriate uses, and for us it's all about making sure people are fully aware that if they're going to shoot with a professional camera, they need to really think about resolution and future-proofing their content, and that 1080, regardless of its form, even if it's this sort of H.264 codec that you're using, which is fine for a web, is not really fine for a delivery on cinema and future-proofing content, whereas this and our Redcode codec absolutely is, and of course being proven all over the world on thousands and thousands of projects. So that's what I've been doing all week at NAB, just sort of showing this guy off and talking about using professional tools for professional work.